everybody, welcome back to Stringman Guitars. We're down here in the underground lair. The Beardley Customs is actually going back to Beardley Customs because it's unadjustable. So we're going to jump into guitar mode. We have a BC Rich Bronze Series, Indonesia. I have no idea how old this is. It's kind of beat up there. It's got some paint chips. It's an old rock and roll machine. There's plenty of, there's a little bit of fret munch, but there's plenty of meat left on there. Nothing to cause a problem. It basically needs a setup, and I really don't know what's going on with this bridge. We're going to have to find out. And the other thing is, plug this thing in. You can already see that the jack is loose, but let's come down here. All kind of noise here. This bridge kind of looks gooched. The knob here is weird. So we're going to take the back off and see what we can see. Seeing these Seymour Duncans installed here tells me that somebody was in here and probably has some questionable soldering. We will find out though. So yeah, stay tuned. Alright everybody, to take care of the output jack, I tightened it and we're going to attempt to use Crackle Killers. What you do is you have this, looks like a fibrous material, and you spray down the outside of this, and with your cleaning stuff, you say soak it pretty good. Okay, it's soaked, and you put it in and you take it out, put it in, take it out, put it in, take it out. There's all kind of crap coming off. Keep on putting it in, taking it out. Man, it's turning yellow and all kind of different stuff. You do not turn it while it's in. I know this looks really suggestive, but I'm not trying to be suggestive. Let's see, did it work? Amp is still plugged in. Be sure of that. Oh! Hey! Cool beans, man. Okay, that problem's taken care of. Let's clean these pots. Shoot the pots full of this same stuff. So before we get carried away with this thing, I noticed that the neck's got a real big banana in it. Electronics don't make noise anymore. Bad noises anyhow. So we're going to go ahead and try to access the truss rod. Hopefully it's functional. Let's see what we have here. Looks like a Ford. It doesn't look like anybody's been in there yet. Okay, so if it's a 5, there we go. Let's see what that did to the okay, about a half a turn of the truss rod and we are somewhat in business. So I'm gonna, I don't know what the story is on this bridge. It's causing the string height to be freaking 6/64 and 5/64. And you see how that bridge is bent there, like tilted? It's like it doesn't belong there. It's the wrong bridge. So, but we're going to try to make it work. It's like the two flanges on the outside. I don't know. Let's just take the strings off and find out. Oh, that was weird. I was just, as I always do, using my 10 mil to snug up these loose bushings, and the post for the E string just wanted to keep turning. So I actually just grabbed it with my fingernail and pulled it out. It wasn't even attached. I was wondering why it was flipping around in there. So, oh man, I don't know what happened there. They say they're Goto tuners and they feel great. And that's the only tuner brand I use if I'm buying tuners. Grovers are okay. It depends on, you know, the application, I guess. But if I'm, you know, for my basses and my guitars, unless they already come with something awesome, that's the brand I buy. So this bridge for this guitar is not the right bridge for this guitar. As you see, it is cranked down as far as it'll go. And even whenever I adjusted the string there, the neck, which by the way is a Gibson scale, this tilts in here in some ungodly fashion, and that's not the way that's supposed to work at all. That's not how any of this works. See, it doesn't even, it's supposed to just slide off. You gotta take it off and you gotta take it off there. So I gotta check with Buddy and see if he wants to stay with that same bridge or replace it with the right one, because I can't achieve string height. So, alright, my dogs are tearing up the upstairs, so we're gonna go and call this a night. Just let it do what it does without strings on it for a little bit. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. I gotta clean this really bad and see where we go from there. Good morning, everybody. So we did a little research on this. This is the correct neck. It's just I didn't realize that this is like a Squire Bullet version of a BC Rich guitar, made in Indonesia, Actually, this has been thoroughly upgraded with the Seymour Duncan pickups and the Goto tuners, because it originally came with those weird offset rectangle tuners that are horrible, and I could see the dents and the filled holes from the upgrades. So what you're dealing with here is a cheapy guitar. It's had some upgrades, and one of the problems with cheapy guitars is sometimes you have to shim the neck. So several online that their action was too high, and they had to bring the saddles down, or the two posts that the bridge and saddles are sitting in. They had to bring them down. Well, on this guitar, the saddles, or the posts I should say, are decked. They can't go any further down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a shim in here, which will raise the angle of the neck, and we will then be able to have some adjustability. Yeah, there's no shim in this. Oh, hold it, there was a shim in there. Ha! A pretty thick shim. And it is a plywood body. See in the, yeah, plywood body. Okay, so there's the shim that's in there. I have to go thicker to make that all work. So we're going to default to the Costco credit card or the Best Buy credit card. Actually, I'm going to have, they're both the same size thickness, so we're just going to go with the same size shim. Here, and I'll put a little bit of super light super glue to stick them together so they'll stay together when I put it in there and put the neck back on. I don't want them to slide. So, alright, let me do this and we'll be back. So now you can see we have a pretty good neck angle, and if we're to lay a straight edge on this guitar, come out here to the edge, you can see that you could actually raise the posts up. Come over here. You could raise the post up a decent amount, and we'll be able to have the string clearance that we need. And if I'm wrong, I can take that shim back out. No harm, no foul, right? So I'm going to go ahead and clean this. We use simple green here. There's dirty paper towel stuff. And now what we do as we get our F1 oil. I'm going to go ahead and string this saddle, and yeah, doesn't that look much better? Take a look. Frets are much more shinier. Is that a word? Not much you could do about the all the scratches on the body. Clean up what I put on here. Okay, so I'm going to string that bridge up, get it on the body, and we're going to see what kind of fun we could have. Be right back. Alright, now that we're all strung up, you can see that the strings are just maybe 2/64 off the, or 1/32. My roller only does 64, so that's what I do. Off the frets. So now we can raise the bridge. How about that? So anytime you raise the bridge, you want to take tension off the strings, because when you raise the bridge, you're tightening the strings. So I'm going to take a couple turns off of each one of these guys here. They still got to get stretched in anyhow, so alright, now what you do is you get your, here it is, get your proper sized flathead screwdriver, and using a rag you find the slot. This might not be the proper size screwdriver. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we can actually raise the string action. So you don't want to goon up the slot in the hardware when you raise this up, because that's exactly what you're going to do when you use something without some sort of protection on it. Don't be that guy. Alright, so we're getting there a little bit. Let's see what it looks like. I know there's no tension on it, but we're at 4/64. So now we have somewhere we can work from. I'm going to tune it up, and I'm going to tinker and get it to, since it's a Gibson scale, you want 5/64 on the low E, and between 3 if you can get it, which you usually can't, and 4/64, measuring at the 12th fret at the high E. So let me tune it back up, stretch strings in, and get the string height right, and then we'll go from there with intonation. Okay, I thought I was going for the gold here. E intonated, A intonated, D almost intonated, the G almost intonated, the B and the E intonated. So the G and the B, or the D, I'm sorry, the D has to go that way, and it's as far as it'll go. The G has to go that way, and it's as far as it'll go. So I've got to loosen the strings out, get the strings out of the way, flip those two saddles. I hope I don't have to take the strings off. I might have to. Actually, I'm sure I'll have to. So I hope I don't burn this set of strings, but I have to flip these two saddles, and that requires pulling this little paper clippy springy thing that holds the screws in out of the way, so I can screw the thing out, and the pickups in the way, so I can't get a good angle on the screw. We've got the string action right at 5/64 and 4/64. No string buzz. The neck relief is perfect. So that adding that shim made a world of difference. Alright, so the other problem I see with this, but it doesn't seem to be causing a problem, if anything it'll be with the sustain. The saddle, or the bridge, is so high on this side, in order to clear, the bridge is barely breaking over the or the string is barely breaking over the saddle on the high E, but it is breaking over it slightly. So yeah, I'm going to have to take the strings off. That requires the use of capo and one of my favorite tools, the elastic surgical tubing. Alright, boys and girls, you can see what I did. I swapped the direction that these two saddles are facing. Now I can intonate the guitar. So we take it and we flip the strings over again, get them in the right order. Slam the bridge back onto the posts, because that hasn't moved. Alright. Okay, boys and girls, we're taking off the surgical sleeve and the capo. All the strings are in the right places. Had the bridge twisted and then I couldn't get it off. Oh man. So got the saddles adjusted or pointed in the right direction. Now I just have to intonate it. Everything else should stay the same, so we're going to tune it up, intonate those wayward, two wayward strings, the D and the G, and we'll be back. Now it is all intonated. We are sitting at 5/64 and 4/64, and our relief, if all has remained the same, is bang on at 12. Okay, let's plug it into the noisemaker and see if the noise gremlins are still far, far away. It's a little bit there. Yeah. It's gone. Okay. That's why I didn't put the back cover back on yet. Yeah, it's gone. Noise is gone. And all that noise is gone too. So I think we're going to call this one done. Call Buddy and tell him to come and get that and his Yamaha BB3000. Oh, pickup height.
Here it is.
I have a feeling that we got to move that a lot. Yeah, let's. Yeah, see him right there at the pole piece. Sounds a lot better. Yeah, it's winter chicken dinner, dude. I got that super shim in there to get the right neck angle. We're golden. So what did we do here? We put new strings on it, heavy bottom Ernie ball sacks. Relief is set at 12 thousandths. String height is 5/64 and 4/64. We got the pickup height right. We are intonated. Golden. Just got to clean up all the fingerprints. So if you guys are in the greater Pittsburgh area and you need your axe sharpened, this is the axes that they had in the 80s, 90s. You need your axe sharpened. stringmanguitars@gmail.com. Please like, subscribe, ding the bell on the YouTube channel Stringman Guitars and Facebook. You can contact me there through Instant Messenger if you want to set up an appointment, or if you just have questions, or if you want to talk about gear, whatever you want to do. I'm not going to do none of that Know My Gear stuff, but yeah. Thank you for watching. Be good to yourself and love your neighbor. Peace. Thanks.